Oh boy. You guys done? Can we start this? All right. Welcome to What to Watch Live, your interactive look at the TV, movie, sports, music, and gaming that are worth your valuable time. There is so much entertainment out there, and it's all just a voice command away. There's so much, too much maybe. My goodness, between the networks, the premium networks, Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, YouTube. It's too much. It is too much. That is why we are here. We are the little angel on your shoulder, telling you not to be overwhelmed, giving you sound recommendations, letting you know about upcoming events, premieres, finales, you name it, we have got you. I am your host with the most. Actually, that sounds braggy. I am your host with barely enough. I'm underselling it. Okay. I am your host with plenty. All right. Your adequate host. Your friendly neighborhood gaming guy, Gordon. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the party. Especially if you're joining us on Twitter. Welcome, my Twitter lovelies. You can comment using the hashtag #WhatToWatchLive. And if you're back again, if you've made us part of your Tuesday routine, that is awesome. You complete me. Let's meet today's panel of editorial experts or angels, as I said earlier. First off, you know, on The Bachelor, they give out dozens of roses every episode. Well, I wouldn't give up this rose for anything. She is our music and kids editor. Good afternoon, Rose.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Twitter. Hey, everyone at home.
Next up, he is the leader of our ballroom squad, the House of Xfinity. He is our TV and LGBTQ editor. Hello, Scott.
Hello, hello. Hi, Twitter. Hello.
And now we've got a new face, a newcomer to the panel today. I'm very excited to have her here. She's our Latino and international editor. Welcome, Liz.
Hello, everybody.
I like that energy. And since you're new to the dance, hazing is an ugly word. This is not hazing. This is just we want to get to know you a little bit better. So we have challenged Liz to tell us 5 fun facts about herself. And remember, hundreds of thousands of people are watching this, so don't worry about it. Don't get stressed out. We just want to get to know you. So 5 fun facts about Liz, and go.
No pressure at all.
None at all.
What can I tell you about me? I, believe it or not, won Best Supporting Actress for my performance as Toto in The Wizard of Oz, my college rendition of The Wizard of Oz. There will be no barking here today, and I do not have a picture to memorialize this.
Boo.
So you're gonna have to take my word for it.
All right, that's one.
Yes, that's one. So what else? I love to cook. And I'm pretty decent at it. I especially love to make Puerto Rican dishes. So love to surprise my family with that. I love to sing. I'm just not very good at that, but that doesn't stop me. I sing a lot. Good thing my daughter can sing. So she's always keeping me in check. What else? I have been married for 21 years. Just last week, we celebrated our 21st anniversary. Yay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I have been married to, well, it's the same man. I've been married to the same one for 21 years. Yeah. He's great. We have 3 kids. I have 3 girls. They are almost 21. They're almost 17 and almost 13. So they all have birthdays over the summer. So, super exciting. And was that 5? Oh no, the last one. So one more, right? My husband of 21 years is also really awesome and has traveled to 5 different countries with his hobby, which is drag racing. And not the RuPaul drag racing, but the actual like car drag racing. I know. I'm sorry. But fun fact is the fastest he's ever gone is, and I have to get this right, 7.15 seconds in a quarter mile at 196 miles an hour. Yeah. That's him. That's me. In a nutshell.
I tell you, Scott was about to draft your husband for our ballroom team.
I was. Did you see my face light up? I was like, oh my God, it's happening.
I know, that would have been fun.
Queen.
All right. Well, Liz, we are truly honored to have you here. We're so psyched. And just so you know how we do things, we like to kick things off with a little segment we call In the News. All right, it is that time of year when the networks start looking forward to the fall schedule and their new shows. And that means if new shows are coming in, old shows are coming out. A lot of cancellations. Talking particularly about ABC, sent five shows off to live where shows can go run and play in a pasture and chase birds and rabbits. We lost 5 titles. First of all, we lost the Katie Sagal drama Rebel, which had only been on for a month. Gee, like give it a chance. We lost the Kira Sedgwick comedy Call Your Mother, the Blackish spinoff Mixed-ish, the legal drama For Life, and the long-running comedy American Housewife. So I'm going to throw it to the panel here. Are we missing any of these, or any of these? Are we losing much with this losing 5 of these titles?
In my opinion, I'd say not really, because usually there's like a really big buzz around a really good show, or sometimes even a mediocre show. And once these shows released, it was, here's the release date, and it was radio silent. So that's sort of an indication, at least to me, whether the show is able to go the distance or not. So
yeah, totally. I mean, for most of these shows, I was not really a watcher. American Housewife I've put on in the background, and I've got some good laughs. But that show had a pretty decent run, so I feel like it's not like as disappointing as maybe some of these ones that are just kind of ending after one season. So yeah, I feel okay with it. I'm not upset.
Yeah.
And honestly, Gordon, I'm a little like disappointed that you think that these shows go off into like a pasture. I mean, they're clearly in the same land. They're in the same landfill as all the ET games that never got sold.
No, they go to the place my puppy went when I was 3. That's what my parents told me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, this kind of brought to mind like cancel it. Like, so these didn't affect us because we're stone cold-hearted people. Have there been any cancellations in the past that have really brought a tear to your eye? And we're going to throw it to Liz first. Liz, any cancellation ever strike you in the feels?
Yeah, and it happens to be an ABC series as well. It was Baker and the Beauty for me. So not wildly popular either, but I loved it. It was a great show. Cuban-American family, trying to live the American dream, small business owners, lots of drama and a lot of excitement, and just sad to see it go. But it did get picked up. So it's now on Netflix if you want to watch it. So lots of buzz around that, hoping that all of that buzz will generate enough excitement to get them back for a second season.
That's actually a really interesting point, because things don't really go away anymore. It seems like they kind of like with, the Full House and Saved by the Bell, and everything eventually comes back. Everything old is new again. So there is hope for them. Scott, what's your pick?
My pick would be Scream Queens, another Ryan Murphy favorite. For those of you who didn't watch, it was on Fox. It's an incredible show about a group of sorority girls that were getting attacked by a killer. Had quite an insane cast. I'm talking Emma Roberts, Jamie Lee Curtis, Niecy Nash, Abigail Breslin, Billy Lord, Keke Palmer, John Stamos, Taylor Lautner, Kirstie Alley, Ariana Grande, Nasim Pedrad, Leah Michele, like all of these people in one show. And it was iconic, honestly. The first season was like excellent television. So good. It was scary. It was funny. It was campy, which I love. But the second season really, really jumped the shark. And it was kind of hard to watch. So unsurprisingly, it got canned. But there is a silver lining to this story, because Ryan Murphy has teased out on Twitter or Instagram, I can't remember which social platform, but that they are potentially looking at doing season 3, like a reboot sort of the series, if they can get the original cast back, which would be amazing. So yes, definitely check out Scream Queens if you haven't already. Both seasons are available on Hulu. I don't recommend watching the second one. Just go for the fun of the first one and then get out of there.
All right, Rose, what do you got?
Mine would be a fantastical series that had the most beautiful visuals and imaginative storyline. I'll get to it in the end. Let's see if you can guess. But there was something for everyone in this particular series. It was a little dark. It was a comedy. It was a musical. It was a love story. It was a whodunit. There was something for everyone in here.
I know what it is, Rose.
Are you stealing mine?
It's
I don't know.
SpongeBob,
We
isn't
didn't
it?
talk about this beforehand.
I know we did. Yeah, we go on this totally blind so that we can, you know, have a genuine conversation. Rose, if your pick is Pushing Daisies, we're gonna fight.
Let's fight. I'm ready.
Oh gosh.
I'm so
But
mad.
that just goes to show that this show was absolutely one ahead of its time and was canceled too soon, right, Gordon?
Yes, it was okay. So Pushing Daisies available on HBO Max. Oh, I'm so mad. Got 2 seasons and then got the axe, and it got the axe in such an abrupt fashion. The finale, like the last 2 minutes of it, are like it's like a normal story, and the last 2 minutes are like, here's what happened to everybody for the rest of their lives in 2 minutes. It was such a wonderful show. Who was it? Lee Pace, Anna Friel, Chi McBride, Ellen Green, who played Kristen Chenoweth, who was in Wicked, Ellen Green, who was in Little Shop of Horrors. Basically, if someone's in musical theater, I'm going to call it out. Such a good cast. So it was dark. It was funny. It was,
It was everything. There was something for everyone in this one show, and it was beautifully put together. The music, the story, the storyline alone was one that I have never, ever seen done before. For those who haven't seen it or even know what we're talking about, it was all about this guy who had the power to bring back people who passed away with one touch. The catch is he can't touch them again because then they'll be gone forever. And he happened to touch the love of his life. The love of his life he brought back, but he can't embrace her, touch her, caress her cheek for fear that she would be gone forever. I mean, that storyline mixed with the musical, again, like you said, musical, comedy, love story, whodunit. It's a forensic fairy tale in the most beautiful way possible.
Yeah, like the basic week-to-week storyline was they would find somebody who had died under mysterious circumstances. He would touch them. They would come to life and could explain, give him clues as to what happened. And then he has a minute, I think, to touch them again, or they'll run loose. And like you said, he touches the woman he loves, and she comes back to life and leaves her that way, and he can't touch her. It's really beautiful, and like I said, it's an interesting whodunit, and the visuals are amazing. There's 2 seasons of it, HBO Max. It is absolutely worth your time. Rose, honestly, I'm less furious with you now and more furious at whoever canceled Pushing Daisies. This is a rough start to like what I thought was a pretty fun show, Rose. Remember when I said I wouldn't give you, you're the Rose I wouldn't give away? Well,
hey.
Wow.
We agree on something. That's something,
okay.
Right?
This escalated quickly. This happened.
Seriously.
Liz, this can turn ugly. Just FYI, we're super excited to have you here, but watch it. Don't pick what we're picking.
It's my back.
But that's a double endorsement. That's a double endorsement. That's twice as good. All right. So speaking of Liz, we're not going to let her ease her way into this. We're throwing her right into the deep end with a little segment we like to call Trending.
Great. Thank you. So super excited that May is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And what we have now is a wonderful collection on X1 and on Flex pared down. So very exciting to talk about it today. So what you see here is our collection on X1. And I think what the most important thing for us, and most important thing I want to call out, first of all, is that we have multicultural collections on X1 that are 24/7, always on, permanent collections that you can always tune in and find relevant and representative content. So you can say things like Asian American into your remote. Things like Latino, Black experience, and international. And you will find the content that you're looking for. So again, today I'm talking about Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So this collection, what we were most excited about for this collection are a couple of things. One is we had 4 really strong themes. One being supporting our community. So this one is what we put together on our X1 platform to represent and talk about what is happening in the community today. It was important that we had a collection that was both celebratory and was super in the moment so that people understood, our customers understood, that we understood what was happening. So lessons from the past, resilience that paid off, preparing for a better future. These are just some of the wonderful collections that we have on here. We have trivia. We partnered with social media influencers, so you'll find that on here. Again, say Asian American into your remote, and you can find the collection. So I'm going to talk about what movies and shows I'm watching that I loved within the collection. And so the first one is Crazy Rich Asians. I mean, what you're going to find is that I love romance movies, and give me a rom-com and I am a sucker for it. So this one, imagine falling in love with a guy, you're head over heels for them, and you're going to visit his family. And what you find out is this man is almost like royalty. We have a clip so you can check it out.
These people aren't just rich, they're crazy rich.
Now, you really should have told me that you're like the Prince William of Asia.
That's ridiculous. Much more of a Harry. Mom, this is Rachel Chu.
She just thinks you're some like unrefined banana.
No. Those are a few fingers.
Yellow on the outside or white on the inside.
Do something crazy!
I chose to raise a family. For me, it was a privilege. But for you, you may think it's old-fashioned.
Don't you want Nick to be happy?
I know you're not what Nick needs.
She's like trying to play a game of chicken with me, thinking I'm gonna swerve like a chicken.
But you can't swerve.
Right? So am I right? Like, come on. There's Henry Golding, Constance Wu, Gemma Chan, like, come on. I mean, the location is beautiful. The people are beautiful. The storyline is beautiful. I can watch this over and over again. So that's my first pick. I have another one, Young Rock. How much fun is this? I have 2 words, Dwayne Johnson. Like, hello. Do I need to say anything else? So this is a great series about Dwayne Johnson's life. He grows up, he talks about the financial struggles that he and his family endured. I mean, also outrageous that his dad was a professional wrestler. So cool, so much fun. We also have a clip, so I'll show you that.
I was born into a wrestling family.
Of course, your dad was wrestling superstar.
The soul man, Rocky Johnson. To me, he was a superhero.
We've got gladiators in the ring.
I learned a lot of lessons very early on in life. At the same time, I was just a regular little boy.
I'll have your finest tequila.
No.
I'll have a vodka martini.
No. You have a full mustache and you're bigger than a dad. You look like an undercover cop.
I'm 15.
I'll put you over with the guys.
What, by telling him I was going to be on a Wheaties box? Surprise!
Okay, there's a little boy here.
I'll sign your chest.
Ah, that's my boy.
Here's what's fun about this. Dwayne Johnson's mom shows up in this series over and over again. She's the cutest thing. You see how much he loves her, how much he respects her as a really strong, powerful woman and mom. So absolutely love this show and so excited to watch it with my kids as well. So I have one more. And this one is a series that I just started and I'm watching with the kids too. Lots of fun. And this one is Never Have I Ever. This, if you haven't seen this, this is on Netflix. Gosh, and I know that this is not going to be popular, but I'm not a huge fan of series, right? Like, I know, like you guys can like give me all the backlash later, but like to me, series are like, it's like someone telling you a story and they give you all the details of their day when they were just going to tell you about the dinner that they ate. Like, I woke up at 7 and I worked out and this was my outfit. And I mean, like, that's what it feels like to me. It just drags on. But this series, not all series, right? But most of the time, that's how I feel. This series right here, this one grabbed me. First episode, love it. It's funny. I'm able to watch with the kids. I'm going to let you watch this clip and then I'll tell you some more about it.
Guys, sophomore year is gonna be our year. You can feel it. But we're not cool. Would a not cool person wear one dangly earring? Which brings me to my plan. We're rebranding. I have chosen attainable, yet status-enhancing people for each of us today. Hey, Jonah, you smell great today.
It's Forever by Mariah Carey.
Oh.
This is why you don't mess with me. See, I'm technically best. I unleash the beast.
You look like an Indian Kardashian. I want to talk about a major event that could happen. Popping my cherry, Doc.
Oh, Lord.
We are smart, and idiots are banging all the time. We can learn how to do it too.
Word of advice, just give up.
Oh, yeah? I won't be able to walk again tomorrow because I'm about to go get railed. Peace out, virgin.
Bam. Like, what? Davy is off the chain. I love this kid. She is just an American kid trying to figure out teenage life. I mean, who doesn't plan and go up to and try to get their crush to have sex with them for the very first time? I mean, who doesn't do that? Just kidding. Kids, if you're watching, don't do that. Don't do that. She's great. It's dramatic. It's got some really great real life stuff in there too that'll grip you. I promise you're going to love this show. Give it a try. And I'd love to hear how much you loved it. We love it over here, so you know we'll be watching. That's all I have.
Girl, I was like,
I mean, didn't you? Didn't you?
Well, that took a turn.
And listen, don't come at me. I do watch it with my kids, but they're old enough, right? It's like the almost 13-year-old. Here's what you're not going to do. The 17-year-old. Here's what you're not going to do. Right. And then my 21-year-old is like, yeah, that's exactly what I did. Right. No, kidding. I promised I wasn't going to embarrass them too. Like, see, only a couple minutes into the show, I'm already embarrassing them.
Had me there for a second, clutching my imaginary pearl, like, what's happening?
It's only hundreds of thousands of people. Don't worry about it, Liz.
That's great. Thanks.
I gotta tell you, you mentioned Young Rock, which I love. First of all, how is that show not called Little Rock? I remember when they first nobody when they first announced it, I was like an autobiography of professional wrestler movie star. It didn't appeal to me, but like it is so good because it's 3 different eras of The Rock: when he's a little boy growing up in Hawaii, when he's a teenager in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and then when he goes to University of Miami. And normally a show with 3 different timelines, you'd pick a favorite. There's no favorite. Like, they're all fantastic. And I had promised Rose, I have a fun fact about Young Rock. When The Rock is in Hawaii. Here's my fun fact. When The Rock is growing up in Hawaii, there's a lot of pro wrestling that takes place there. And if you watched my Hangouts video, my original introduction, you'll know I actually have a background as a professional wrestler. And so Afa's uncles, Afa and Sika Anawahi, they were the 3-time former WWF Tag Team Champions. Afa actually trained me to be a professional wrestler in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and then eventually Hazleton, Pennsylvania. So I watched this show, and in my mind, I call it Young Afa because I'm just so excited to see him on TV in a show like this. So very cool, very cool. I love that show.
That's
awesome.
fun.
Was that fact fun enough? Was
know.
that fact fun enough, Rose?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so fun that I want to know if you can still do those moves on the mat.
Ooh, I was joking. You have that wonderful like neon sign that says hello. My neon sign would say "Ow, my back," because I'm no spring chicken anymore. Was I ever a spring chicken? I don't. That phrase makes no sense. But yeah, could I? Yes. Should I? No, absolutely not. Oh, and are you asking that because we're fighting over pushing daisies? I get it. Although you have a martial arts background, so I might want to stay on your good side.
I'd love to see you on the mat. I would totally match up with you.
I appreciate that. But yeah, like those are some like really great picks. Crazy Rich Asians is awesome. Although I don't think you mentioned Aquafina, who I adore.
Well, I mean, yes, she's awesome and fun. Like, I mean, her role in this movie, it's awesome. It gives it just the nice touch of the comedy that we need. I mean, she's really great. Love it. Love everything about the movie.
And how do we find all this content?
You say Asian American into your remote, and you'll find our AAPI Heritage Month collection on our Asian American vertical.
That is awesome. Everybody be sure to check that out. Next up, Scott is going to take us on a deep dive into a sea of awesome shows and movies. How's that for metaphor? With a little segment we like to call Best Of.
Right. So before we jump in, I randomly noticed over the past few weeks that I was using the Peacock app, well, a lot. First, I was binging back seasons of Below Deck, and then I churned through one of their new originals called Rutherford Falls, and then I fell way hard for Girls 5 Eva, which I know you guys are watchers of. So armed with this epiphany, I took to my team's Slack channel to announce that I was officially a peacocker, or a bird watcher, if you will, only to be told that Peacock had announced a slew of new originals this past week on its socials. So obviously, color me intrigued. I mean, if there was anything like Girls 5 Eva, I was definitely going to be into it. And trust, I was not disappointed. They've got Demi Lovato hunting UFOs. They've got JoJo Siwa's momager looking for fresh talent. And Miley Cyrus is going to be doing a special Pride concert. Sign me up. Anyways, it got me thinking we should totally do a spotlight on Peacock because I'm curious what y'all are watching. And I'll start because obviously there's one new show that was announced that really piqued my interest. And that is, drumroll please, go. Paris Hilton, the best obviously, is set to star in a new reality show that will follow her on her wedding planning journey across 13 glorious episodes. The show is tentatively titled Paris in Love and is already iconic, obviously. Paris is a pro when it comes to reality TV. I mean, who can forget The Simple Life, my new BFF, my British BFF, Paris's Dubai BFF. Just me? No, nobody else? Okay. All right, fine. Anyway, so I'm particularly excited about this one. Now, Liz, I know you're a bird watching buddy as well. So I'm curious what you are a fan of.
Thanks. I sure am. And it's Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. I love this show. I mean, for me, it has the right amount of drama slash heaviness slash comedy, because who wouldn't want their life to just play out in song and dance? Like, if I had to choose, that would be my life, where people wouldn't know, but I would know your deepest thoughts because of your playlist, and you would dance, and I can watch all your moves. I love this show. I love this show. I love that she falls in love with the best friend. She works hard and gets a promotion at work. She also has a love interest at work. She has a gender fluid neighbor turned friend who tries to help her out through all of this as well. She's got some family dynamics that she's working through. But what I love the most is that, like me, she doesn't know every song. So she'll hear a song and has no clue who sang it. It sounds good. But what it does do is gives her insight into how you're feeling and how she can help. So love this show, watch it all the time, and can't get enough of it. So what about you, Gordon? What are you watching on?
Oh, Liz, first of all, thank you for not calling me a peacocker or a bird watcher. Thank you for just throwing it to me. I appreciate that. I picked the new... Yeah, I appreciate that. So I picked the new Saved by the Bell, Saved by the Bell 2020. And, you know, everything doesn't need a reboot. Everything doesn't need a follow-up. And honestly, the original Saved by the Bell, which I love, doesn't age well. It's just like, it's for kids, and I'm no longer a kid. So I was really worried when I heard they were bringing it back. I was so excited. I was so scared. Anyway, they knocked it out of the park, honestly. The returning characters, they don't dominate the show. Like Mario Lopez as AC Slater and Elizabeth Berkley Lauren as, I just blanked. She, not Kelly Kapowski, she played Jessie Spano, haha. They strike the perfect chord. They really let this new generation of kids shine, and they absolutely do. They're all winners. The standout for me is this Mitchell Hoog. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. He plays Zach Morris's son, Mac Morris. And what they did was, if you go back and watch the original Saved by the Bell, Zach Morris is a sociopath. Like, he is a horrible human being. We should not be rooting for this person. Week after week, he's taking advantage of people, lying to people. Poor Mr. Belding, putting him through the ringer. And they've kind of embraced this in the new show, where Mac Morris is horrible, and they acknowledge it. But it is just they really knocked it out of the park with this one, and it could have gone wrong in so many ways, but it didn't. I can't wait for the next season. If there is a next season, I'm not sure. So yeah, Saved by the Bell is my pick, and now I'm going to throw it to Rose, and I'm not going to call you bird watching buddy. You're just my buddy.
My turn. Okay, Scott mentioned this earlier, and in previous episodes, Gordon and Audrey raved about the show. I was actually going to give the show a little bit of time. I was just going to, let it be, and I'll get to it when I get to it. But their vote convinced me to give the show a shot. Also, I'm a fan of Tina Fey, who's the executive producer, created by Kimmy Schmidt's scribe Meredith Scardino. It's about a girl group during the TRL era planning their comeback. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't already, it's Girls 5 Eva. We're gonna be famous forever, cause forever's too short. You'll see what I'm talking about. Is there a clip? There might not be a clip. Exactly. I mean, Liz, this also combines your dream too of us just breaking out into song like this in real life and Girls 5 Eva. I highly recommend you check it out. But yes, that's my pick for Peacock.
Point to call out anybody who's been involved in musical theater. Renee Elise Goldsberry, who is one of the leads in that, she originated the role of Angelica Schuyler in Hamilton. I think she actually won a Tony for it, and you can watch that on Disney Plus. Voice Command Hamilton. But yeah, she's fantastic. That show is awesome. Last week, we asked you for what you wanted to see more of, and you spoke loud and clear, and we heard you. And you wanted to see more LGBTQ content. So your wish is our command as we bring you our latest Collections Corner.
Hello, my guys, girlies, and non-binary friends. Apologies. You all asked for gay stuff, and I am here to deliver. So welcome to Gay Stuff with Scott. I asked production to make a theme song, but I guess they couldn't get Grace Jones on the line, so we'll just have to go without. Anyways, I'm super excited to give you all a little sneak peek into what's happening on the platform for Pride Month this year. As you all know, Pride is not just a celebration in the month of June. It's a celebration of us. It's a celebration of our alliances. Pride is celebrating your journey, whether that's at a Pride parade with thousands of other people or cuddling up with your favorite movie. Pride is everything and so much more, and we proudly celebrate all of it. This year, we'll be building on our Pride is Everything destination from last year, which, like many a great drag queen, was already pretty big. The destination is unapologetically of the community and highlights some of the best LGBTQ entertainment out there. So I really, really hope you enjoy it. Featuring movies, television, music, celebrity interviews, podcasts, and more, the main Pride is Everything destination consists of dozens of editorial collections echoing the Pride is mantra in the familiar and fabulous voice of the LGBTQ destination. Some examples include Pride is Shakespearean levels of drama, Pride is camptastic, Pride is ruby slippers, wire hangers, and ping pong balls, Pride is redefining family, and Pride is screaming like a queen, just to name a few. And as always, bringing you free content is just as important as ever. So we'll have over 1,000+ queer titles available free throughout the month, including hits from Showtime, Deku, Reverie, Here TV, and Peacock. And one of the shows I'm particularly excited about is this new docuseries Pride, which is available now on Hulu. So let's take a look at the clip.
I was arrested 20 times. We're fighting for your lives too.
I had to do sex work to stay alive when I'm in Florida. She made me feel better than I had felt in my whole life.
That's a version of queer life that they don't tell you about. How many ways support happens.
This is a story of how we got here.
Gay life to all of America and all over the world.
Damn straight.
And about some of the people who fought for us.
I've intentionally been honest about who I am, and I would have not changed it for the world.
So we can be proud of who we are.
Being told that you're a piece of shit and not believing it is a form of resistance.
I'm super pumped about that one. Now, there are many other components to this destination, each deserving of their own spotlight, but I'll touch on just a few in the interest of time. We've continued our COVID counter programming this year for folks who are still stuck at home and missing parades and parties. We've got brand new Xfinity Hangouts featuring queer talent and yours truly, as well as a multicultural pride collections for international, Latinx, and Black LGBTQ entertainment. And you can even pick a show using the colors of the rainbow flag. I mean, come on, like, who else is doing that? Nobody. That's the answer. No one. Finally, we've got playlists and songs that are guaranteed to make the gays scream. So I would like to bring in our music editor here, Rose, as our resident music expert. What would be, or who would be rather, on your Pride Anthem playlist?
I mean, there's so many to choose from.
Sorry, Rose was coming in from the ether there, so she
had to make it interesting. My entrance had to be interesting because you're so interested, Scott. But I mean, it's hard to choose just one. But if I had to choose just one, the first person that comes into mind right now is Taylor Swift. I mean, I love her inclusion of the community and her music videos and her songs, how she advocates for them. Yes, that's my pick. That's who I'm going with.
Good choice. And you have somebody else to tell us about as well now, don't you?
Ooh, yes. Thank you for that segue, Scott. So speaking of music, the Billboard Music Awards are this Sunday, May 23rd on NBC. It's hosted by Nick Jonas, and we've created a one-stop shop of all things BBMAs. You can watch music videos from this year's finalists. You can get a look back at some of the exciting moments from previous Billboard Music Awards, watch iconic past performances. My favorite is Celine Dion. Check it out. And exciting thing that's happening only on Xfinity is a bonus performance from Noah Cyrus. She's performed her newest hit, The Worst of You, for us. You can catch this collection just by saying Billboard Music Awards into your voice remote. And I was also able to hang out with Noah, and she is such a joy. Here's a clip of our conversation, give you a little sneak peek.
Have you ever forgotten the words to your song?
All the time.
Really?
Like all the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so used to it, but like I think the fun part about being at a live show is that it's live, so I don't really trip about that kind of stuff.
I mean, that outfit alone, I love that outfit, probably because I feel like I could never pull it off. But she was so much fun. Oh my God, yes!
Are we doing it right?
The BBMAs are this Sunday, May 23rd on NBC. That's for you, Liz. Okay, breaking out into song.
Liz, you bring this to the table, Liz.
Man. Now I'm jealous I wasn't part of this party beforehand. Like, what was I missing?
Don't live in the past, Liz. Live in the now. Live in the now. You're here now.
I'm here now.
Not only we're talking about now, we're talking about planning ahead. We got 7 days of entertainment for you. 7. That's 5. This is 7. I'm an adult. And we're going to run you through what's coming up, premieres, big events, etc. in this little segment we like to call Plan Ahead. All right. We got TV premieres. We got movie premieres, big events, finales, etc. You name it, we got it. And Scott is going to kick it off by telling us about all the big TV premieres this week. Scott, what do you got? Hey, buddy. You're on mute.
Hi.
Scott. You're on mute.
Hi. You're on mute.
Everybody do the dance. This will let them know.
Mute.
Well,
we're distracting you.
Super awkward.
Technical difficulties.
I don't know if you saw that, but I was muted. Welcome to 2021.
Welcome to live.
See, here I was thinking you were laughing at my really funny jokes.
We can't wait to hear them.
Bye. Okay, can we try it again from the top? All right, let's do it. Up first, we have a sparkly new season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, premiering on Wednesday, May 19th on Bravo F and Bravo. This season follows returning ladies Dorit, Garcelle, Erica, Lisa, and recently promoted friend Sutton. We also have some newcomers in Crystal Kung Minkoff and the iconic Kathy Hilton, who joins as a friend of. Exactly who she is a friend of still remains to be seen. Why be normal when you can be special? That's one of the many questions tackled in the second and final season of the groundbreaking comedy special. The series is a semi-autobiographical and follows Ryan, a gay man with cerebral palsy who decides to do away with his identity as an accident victim and go after the life that he wants. It's funny, it's feel good, and new episodes drop on Netflix on May 20th. On May 21st, Hulu gives birth to the big, beautiful, womb-wrecking head of MODOK. While pursuing his dream of conquering the world, the megalomaniac supervillain, voiced by Patton Oswalt, runs his evil organization into the ground. Some pretty famous names also lend their voices to this one, including Whoopi Goldberg, who voices Pound Cakes, one of the more obscure villains from the Marvel archives. One of my personal faves, Black Monday, returns to Showtime on May 23rd. This outrageous comedy boasts an incredible cast with Don Cheadle, Regina Hall, Andrew Reynolds, and Paul Scheer. If you haven't already, definitely check out my hangout with these guys. It's an absolute riot. As season 3 begins, the gang are dealing with the aftermath of having been kicked out of Wall Street, but in true form, they are always on the hustle. Also coming to Showtime on May 23rd is a new season of The Chi, created by the stunning Lena Waithe. The series follows a mixed batch of Chicago residents as they navigate life's ups and downs. Without getting into too many spoilers, season 3 left off on such a big note that fans have been eager to see where it goes next. There were babies, criminals, murder, marriages, and while details around season 4 have been a little limited so far, police brutality seems to be a central theme.
Did you say?
That's
did you say
for
womb?
big premieres.
I know. Did you
Did you say womb wrecking?
I did. I mean, have you seen the size of that head?
That's true. Twitter. Hashtag womb wrecking. What happened to our nice little show?
That's a visual. That I'm not going to unsee that.
Come here, you get some pics. All right, Rose, you got to bring us out of this. Let's hear about movie premieres and big events.
Okay, what are we talking about? Movie premieres. Okay, movie premieres. Plan ahead. Here we go. The stars align on many levels for this particular movie. Stanley Tucci and Colin Firth come together in Supernova. Stanley Tucci's character is diagnosed with young onset dementia, and they take a road trip telling a story about love and time and what it looks like when you have so much of one and not enough of the other. It's beautiful, it's heartbreaking, and it's available on Hulu starting today, May 18th. Up next, Pink. Oh my gosh, Pink gives us a peek behind the curtain as she juggles being a wife, mother, and in my opinion, one of the powerhouse female performers of all time. I mean, have you been to one of her concerts? She flies through the air having to sing, stay on pitch and tempo, and not think about any freak accidents that could possibly happen, all while smiling and performing her butt off for the crowd. Watch how she does it all on Amazon Prime Video on May 21st. Also on May 21st, Army of the Dead. It's a zombie movie, zombies, my irrational fear and my family's obsession. This movie has one of the most original zombie storyline that I have ever heard. It's a Vegas zombie money heist movie. Army of the Dead is also directed by Zack Snyder, and you can watch it on Netflix starting May 21st. My family will definitely be watching. I will definitely be watching like this. Oh my God, I can't watch what's happening, zombies. And finally, the Billboard Music Awards. Again, it's this Sunday, hosted by Nick Jonas, and you can bet a slew of must-see performances are in store, like the one from the biggest band on the planet, BTS. You can also catch a bonus performance, again, from Noah Cyrus, only on Xfinity. Find out who will win Billboard Music Awards' coveted honor of top artist this Sunday, May 23rd on NBC.
Rose, you're afraid of zombies?
Yes,
because I'm so
that
afraid
is
of zombies.
my irrational fear.
Same
Don't
here.
get
Like,
started.
do you have the other? Yeah, do you have the other half of this locket?
What are you talking about? Do I need it? Do I need to prep for
I'm
something?
just saying,
What's happening?
I'm saying we're basically the same person between pushing daisies and being afraid of zombies.
But
Yeah.
do you have a zombie like preparedness kit, whatever you call it, survival kit? Because she does. I'm pretty sure she does.
So here's the thing.
Is that like a bug out
I
box or
want to
bag?
say,
I don't know.
Yes, I do, but technically I'm not supposed to tell you about it because in any zombie movie, it's like if somebody knows that you're prepared for something, you are the first person that everybody's going to flock to. So I would say make your own kit, okay? Because the end of the world is going to happen. Y'all are going to come to me and it's going to be crazy chaos. But yes. And
we put on this facade like we're all friends, and I thought we genuinely were. But Rose is like, hey man, when the zombie apocalypse happens, you're on your own.
Yeah,
Rose would happily throw you to the zombies. She would just like.
I think you know somebody.
She's gonna pull her machete out of
somebody.
her like zombie survival kit and just be like.
Sorry, guys.
So here's the thing. My family is rewatching The Walking Dead, and it causes me such great anxiety every time I watch it. And the storyline is so good, but the lesson that this unspoken lesson that happens every time is like, unless you start out with a group of people that you trust, and then they're with you the whole time, everyone else that comes in later on your journey, like, who are you going to trust? You can't trust them. They're always going to want something from you. Your food, your supplies, your skills.
She doesn't trust us.
She doesn't trust
guys,
us. That's
I
what
could
I'm
go
hearing.
on
She doesn't
about
trust
this.
us. No,
I'm the
the
newest
zombie
one.
apocalypse. Yeah, the zombie apocalypse is going to happen, and Rose is going to be like, I don't have to outrun zombies. I just have to outrun you. Dark. It's sad. I thought we were friends.
I mean,
we've learned a lot today.
I love you all. I do. I will help you with your zombie protection preparedness kit. But
sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up after for that. I don't know what goes in said kit.
I don't know.
How do you prepare against the zombies?
Yeah.
You gotta have a go bag.
Thanks, Rose.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
I could go on about this
All
forever.
right.
It's irrational.
I'll offline
I
you.
know.
I'll offline you. Yeah.
All right. On that depressing note, before we get into finales, last week I said Family Guy would be doing an episode where Peter would play a down on his luck Philadelphia boxer. And I said, if they didn't do a segment where he ran up the art museum steps, I would eat my notes. Well, they did 2 segments where he ran up the art museum steps. So you're free, Notes. You're free. You don't have to worry about being eaten. All right, let's take a look at finales. Kicking it off with ABC tonight, Big Sky. So many twists, so many turns in this fascinating ABC series. And if I were a betting man, and you totally know I am, I would bet this finale has more questions than it has answers. But don't worry, unlike those other ABC shows we were talking about earlier, this one will be back next season. So hopefully any questions that arise will be answered at some point. Hopefully it doesn't go all lost on us. Next up, we have Ellen's Next Great Designer on HBO Max. That's coming up this Thursday. The finals are finally here. Who will fabricate the finest furniture? How's that for alliteration? The winner is walking home with a $100,000 prize. That would buy some lovely end tables, perhaps an ottoman. So we're excited to see that. American Idol this Sunday on ABC. That's coming to an end. We're finally going to find out which dog is the least pitchy. We're down to the final 3. We got Chase Beckham, Willie Spence, and Grace Kinsler. And only one of them can be this season's American Idol and follow in the footsteps of my personal fave, Kelly Clarkson. Man, I have missed her since she's been gone. I'm not proud of that. And then I know, so bad. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at that. Don't encourage them. All right. And then finally, this Monday on Fox, we got a double dose of emergency response finales. First up, on 911, the original, a sniper is targeting members of the Los Angeles Fire Department. That is no good. That's actually pretty messed up. And then right after that, on 9/11 Lone Star, a massive dust storm threatens to engulf Austin, which is horrifying. And wow, is that pool boiling? That's awful. That's not a fan. Zombies and boiling pools. Those are my 2. That's how you. Rose, if my pool is boiling, do you have a bag for that? Or is that some other secret you're going to keep from us? You're not going to protect us from boiling pools. No.
If your pool is boiling, you are in a Friday or a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
That's for sure.
Oh, good callback. Good callback. All right. So what do you guys want to see next week? We want to hear from you. Pick up your Xfinity voice remote. Let us know if you want more sports, lifestyle, Black experience, or gaming. If you're watching X1, use your Xfinity voice remote to cast your vote. And if you're on Twitter, use hashtag #WhatToWatchLive. You three are not, you're getting the week off. Any picks that you want to see next week? Gaming? Is it gaming? Say gaming?
Gaming. Yes, 100%
I think I'm
gaming.
going to go with gaming.
Well, Liz, I mean, you did get the fabulous rundown of Resident Evil Village on as we were getting ready to start this show. I mean, if you weren't intrigued from that conversation, then
I tell you, this whole episode has been such a roller coaster between Rose breaking all of our hearts and then you guys coming together to encourage people to watch gaming. Oh, you're my heart. You're all. How do you do? Is this how you do it? Is that close? I'm an old man. All right. So if you'd like to check it. Yeah, we'll get there. If you'd like to check out the shows and movies we've been talking about today, simply say what to watch into your Xfinity voice remote. This has been so much fun. Liz, you did fantastic. Great job, Liz.
Yay!
Oh, boy. I want to thank everybody so much for joining us. For the cast and crew of What to Watch Live, and the crew does a fantastic job, too. I'm your gaming buddy, Gordon. For Rose, for Liz, for Scott, saying farewell, and we hope to see you next week.